Cause how you walking with a lion got me feeling like Micah. I've been on the way to team on my back like a biker. Shorty want me with a star, but you lucky if I invite you. We can take it to the next spot. They yelling like Prescott. Everybody like, there ain't no breaks, no rest stop. We trying to get your head chopped. The whole club yelling. Everybody.
Here we go.
Hey.
Back at it. Dallas Cowboys Victory Formation podcast. I'm Prescott. That's Eddie. Eddie, say hi to the people.
What's up, fellas and ladies?
Yeah, man. So we probably got a couple ladies out there listening to us. They like football. I follow a couple of them on Twitter. They're up.
The Cowboys got a lot of female fans.
They do. And they even have the station, the DallasCowboys.com. When they got the all women podcast, real good. And I know the one Aisha Morrison. I follow her. She's real knowledgeable. She's real good.
Oh yeah.
But man,
I watched that before the draft.
Yeah, they're all in the X's and the O's, man. They know what's going on. So now we're in getting deeper into the off season.
Yeah.
This is the off week. Pro Bowl that nobody's gonna watch. Flag football and the skills competition.
It'll be fun. I'm gonna watch for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, be like, man, now I remember why I don't watch this. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it because I'm hyped. I went to the Pro Bowl once.
Did you?
I'm probably never going back. Yeah, because the year I went was the same day that Kobe Bryant died. I'll never forget that. So we're walking into the stadium. Yeah, man, we're walking into the stadium, and my phone just starts blowing up. Everybody's like, man, Kobe Bryant sending TMZ because TMZ is the only person that had the story, blowing up. So I'm like not even watching the warm-ups. I'm supposed to be looking at these players like, man, these are players I see on TV. Didn't see anybody. I'm just looking at my phone, refreshing, because nobody had it. CNN didn't have it, like Fox, none of the big news places had, only TMZ. So we're like, it's probably fake. But then it started trickling out. And then everybody around was just buzzing. Nobody's watching the game. Everybody's talking about Kobe Bryant. And then by halftime, it was confirmed, and they put the big thing on the screen. We have terrible news. Kobe Bryant just passed away. And then, I mean, when they were doing sacks, some people were doing like fadeaway celebrations. So by halftime, it was all over. I'm like, I couldn't even enjoy the game, man. I'm a huge basketball fan. I love football, but I play basketball. I never played football a day in my life. I just watch it like crazy. But I played basketball from the time I was 6, so I followed the NBA religiously. I wasn't a huge Kobe fan, but I was a fan of greatness. So I liked it. I was like, man, felt like a part of me died. I was like, man.
I forgot about that. I forgot that it was the same day. That was a big day.
So that's how I'll never forget the Pro Bowl. Probably never watch it again. And they're helping me not watch it with the stuff that they're doing, the flag football and all that ridiculous crap that they're doing. So they're helping me not watch it.
I'm gonna be the yen to your yin here on that. But Pro Bowl to me, all my life, I knew it was like a destination, like a vacation game, right? Everybody wanted to go there, bring their family. I always wanted to go when it was in Hawaii, but it's always been kind of special to me though, because I know that it's a fun game with guys laughing out there in the middle of plays. You know what I mean? Like you can tell that most of the time they're having fun out there, and you could tell. I mean, even if you think about basketball, it's those times where you had those fun fun games where no one was really taking
everybody just playing around.
Yeah. And that's
zero,
how I feel.
Zero intensity. Yeah. So
I like that. Now that they've gone, I definitely understand why they kind of went away from the traditional game because, the people were getting upset that people weren't playing as hard as they could and stuff like that. So, okay, let's switch it up. Let's play some flag football. Let's play some, some of those games that they used to have, the longest throw and the who's the fastest in the NFL, things like that.
The thing with the blue chalk. The thing with the blue chalk on the tip of the football, the accuracy. Yeah, I remember that.
And they're coming back with that. I mean, they're running those drills now. And I mean, seeing Micah beat Tyreek in a sprint 2 years ago,
that's actually kind of cool.
That shit was fun. I think if they continue fun stuff like that, I think All-Star Pro Bowl weekend will continue. But if they just had a game, that's not fun to watch. It's just an exhibition. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, that's the other thing. When I came back, that was the year that we sucked. And Tyron Smith and Jalen Smith were the only 2 Pro Bowlers we had. And they were on my flight because I walked past
were
them. I
they?
still remember. Yeah, Jalen Smith was in the first class. He had his hoodie up so nobody could recognize him. He had his head down the whole time. And Tyron Smith, he had his headphones on, and he was just sitting there asleep like this. I'm like, look at that gentle giant.
Look at that.
I just want to rub his head. Yeah.
Look
So
at that. Some person trying to hide.
I'm tapping my wife. I'm like, that's Tyron Smith. That's Tyron Smith. And then even when we got back and had to check, get our luggage off the carousel, he was there, and his family came with him. So his kids was there, and his wife was there. So I'm like, I'm doing everything. Like me, I don't want to hit somebody up in there, because he's not working right now. To me, if he's at a team function, something, oh yeah, I'm definitely going over to shake his hand. Can I get an autograph? But to me, he wasn't working, so I'm not going to bother him. It was a couple people who went over to him and shook his hand and asked for an autograph, but I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Well, you're a better man than me.
Yeah, especially with.
I'd have been poking Jalen Smith on the shoulder in the plane, like Mr. Jalen.
I'll see you.
You're one of my favorite Cowboys. Shout out to Dukes. Me and Dukes, we love Jalen.
Yeah, and that was his best year too. Yeah, and that was his best year.
Yeah, was it?
Yep,
that was when he had like almost 200.
That was the 1 year. And that was the 1 year he made the Pro Bowl. He barely missed out on the All Pro, but yeah, he was good that year. So let's get to a real game. What are we thinking about the playoffs so far? You liking it? Is it playing up?
I've my thoughts on who was winning and who I wanted to win. They kind of clashed with what a lot of other Cowboy fans, and because I didn't want the Lions to win, and a lot of I seen like a lot of our fan base wanted the Lions to win because we're all anti-49ers.
I get it. I hate the 49ers.
I just was anti. And everybody was just jumping on that Lions bandwagon. Everyone's like, "Oh, the Lions are going to eat your kneecaps," and blah blah blah. And Dan Campbell was, "Come on." I get it. I didn't want that to be the huge story of the NFL year. And so when they lost, I mean, I wasn't sad. I also was rooting for Patty. I know that a lot of people wanted to see the Ravens kind of move forward, but I just like Kelsey. I like Kelsey and his story. I don't know what it is about it. I just want him to continue on. So these two playing in the Super Bowl, although it's not going to be what we really wanted, but I think it's going to be an exciting game.
I think so too. Because we have that playoff challenge in the Discord, and I had one with, of course, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I had Cowboys getting there against the Ravens, and the other one I had the Niners against the Ravens. So I'm close. I suck at it. My other bracket was terrible. I think I picked almost every wrong game, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how people pick games anyway. I don't know how people gamble every week.
That's what how many people did we have in that contest? Probably like maybe 20.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, we're all going to lose because we all chose the Cowboys to win, right? And then I started thinking, and I was like, some of these sneaky bastards probably didn't pick the Cowboys. Both of my brackets were with my heart, man. Cowboys went all the way.
I get that. Yeah, one was my heart and one was my head.
But my head,
we had a prize going, man. I needed to win something.
I get it. But I chose I didn't think the Cowboys were going to lose to Green Bay. So
Me neither. I definitely did not think that was going to happen.
NFC Championship on that second one too. So
man, I was positive because in the other bracket I had us losing to San Francisco in the NFC Championship and San Francisco going to the Super Bowl against the Ravens. So, twere not to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to start crying on here, and I don't want my kids walking in like, "Mommy, why is Daddy crying?" I'm like, don't worry about it.
They're lucky because who do you think is going to win it?
What do you mean the whole thing? Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll get to that at the end. Don't worry about it. That'll be our sign out, so we can keep people watching. I want them to see who we pick. So, like, looking at all the teams in there, especially the NFC East, has anybody really like blown you away to where you're like, man, it didn't matter if we beat Green Bay, team blah was going to kill us anyway? You had any teams like that, or did you think that we could have, like, every team could have been had?
I think we lost to the Niners because they were better than us. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised that we lost to the Bills either. But some of the other losses, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like,
yeah.
The Cardinals?
That was I still understand that to this day. Still understand that.
Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, oh, what? Cardinals? No.
I mean, by game 12, that quarterback, he wasn't even playing anymore, and he got benched. But he killed us.
Yeah, kidding me.
But yeah, so like I wasn't impressed. Like, let me change it. I was impressed by some teams. Like Green Bay, they should have beat the 49ers. I was actually impressed with them playing in that game.
You're talking about the playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
Season.
No, just the playoffs. Like any team left in the playoffs, do you think like any team left in the playoffs could we had not beaten? Like, man, the 49ers look so good, they would have killed us. The Lions would have killed us, or
just the Niners, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the Niners. I said the same thing.
I think if we would have played some of the AFC teams during the season, like I think some of those would have beat us too. I mean, Ravens would have had our number on it with that running game.
Ravens would have, man, with that running game, they would have destroyed us.
We're lucky
teams with outside zone or mobile quarterbacks just seem to kill us unless they're Jalen Hurts, which, you know, he's not really a quarterback. He's a running back that throws the ball sometimes. So it's all good.
I can't wait till we start talking about coaching changes.
Oh, man.
Was that our next?
Oh, you know what? Yep. That's actually our next subject. I was thinking about that too. I'm like, cause I'm looking at it. Coaches again snapped up. I saw today, Ben Johnson, he's going to head back, Philadelphia. Yeah.
Did you read the story about it?
Nah, I just saw that they changed his contract and upped his pay. So he went back.
Do that yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He has
I thought I saw that.
Left. He has 2 years left on his contract. That's the funny thing is that when I was reading about it, is that they said they haven't changed anything in his contract. They haven't. They probably will, but they haven't done it. So
see, if that's how those clickbait articles give you.
Yeah, if they say like, he said no, like it's timing, right? So later on, months down the road, they're like, yeah, maybe we won't extend you. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to go back and say, no, now I do want that Redskins job?
Yeah, because the teams can't, like, even though a team can hold you to your contract, teams don't want to do that because then down the line, nobody's going to want to come work for you. It's like, but what if I'm successful 2 years into my 5-year contract and I can get head coaching jobs? You know, like, so I think it's like a unwritten rule. Teams like, if you can move on up, then we won't hold you back, or or make a lateral.
It's not unwritten. Most of those coaches, when they sign a coordinator position, they sign it with verbiage in their contract that says they cannot laterally move in conference.
Okay,
so
all right.
You can't move to an OC position in your division, and help that team. But if you're
like from Dallas to Philly,
but they can't stop you if you're moving up in your career. Right?
That's good, because as a promotion, that's because those jobs are hard to come by. It's not like you're assistant manager at the Dollar General and you get to be a manager somewhere. Like, man, I got to keep you here, man. You keep the count straight, like. But it's hard to become a head coach.
It's not like you're Kellen Moore and you can continue to keep getting the assistant manager position.
And so I promise, I read something about this. So a lot of people like, going back to the whole Dak sucks. He can't win the big game. And I'm like, if you look back at who was in charge of Dak's career, none of them are flourishing. So it says, Dak has had multiple coordinators. So where are they now? Linehan was his first one. He's a consultant for a college team right now. He's not even a coach. He's just a consultant. Garrett, he's in the booth, and nobody's going to hire that guy to be a coach or OC ever again. Moore is on his third team in 30 years, and still it's just an offensive coordinator. Nobody even interviewed him for a head coach. And his head coach left from his team and they didn't even interview him. So it's like they try to, crap on Dak about, I mean, he had MVP type season, all pro. He's still chugging along. And I'm pretty sure once McCarthy's done, chances are he's not going to be highly sought after. So it's like he doesn't have up and coming to where they're like, man, we got to get that LaFleur or that Sean McVay or that Mike McDaniel that was coaching Dak. We got to get him out of there because he's just killing it. So that's one of the things to look at when it comes to coaching. But who do you think is going to replace Dan Quinn if he gets a head coaching job? Which I don't think he's going to get one, but let's say he does.
I think he has 2 good chances, right? The other big name out there is Vrabel, right?
Yeah.
Belichick's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Belichick.
Nobody wants that headache. I mean, right now. It may be later on, but
next year. I think he sits a year now.
Vrabel's the only one out there, and Dan Quinn. Those are the two.
Yeah,
really.
Those are the top two.
Think about it.
And
there's two teams
Rivera
left.
Kinda, but he's not on their level to me.
I think that Rivera was an afterthought, clickbait for somebody. I mean, literally, I don't think. I mean, I know that he's been having some interviews, or we're hearing that he had interviews. How do we really know all this stuff is even true?
Yeah, that's
Does
true.
anybody really check this to see if Dan Quinn or Ron Rivera had 3 interviews? Did somebody? But what I'm saying is, like, the success of that team wasn't. I mean, they had a okay defense. They had a really good defensive line, but everybody kept getting hurt. So who is going to interview him for what position? Like, everybody keeps saying, "Yeah, I'd like to have hit Rivera as defensive coordinator." For what? What about him says that he'd be able to step in and take on a role under Jerry, under Mike McCarthy? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I could see him maybe in a different, like in Carolina, like somebody somewhere where it's a smaller. It's not Dallas. It's not the big the show, but I mean, if DQ doesn't, do you want him back if he doesn't get hired?
Yeah, I'll take Dan Quinn back. But now, speaking of Rivera, like, he hasn't really been a good defensive coach since he was with Chicago. But back then, he had all-world players. Like, he had Brian Urlacher, he had Briggs, he had Peanut Tillman. So it was one of those, the players kind of helped make him. But what I would want him to be is our linebacker coach. Because that dude can coach some linebackers. Yeah. He is a big proponent of linebackers making plays. I think he could really help Parsons if he would take that kind of role. So it just depends on what he wants to do. I've seen some coordinators go into position coaches, but with his name pedigree, I don't see him doing it, but I'd take him as that. But I'd welcome Dan Quinn back, and I would take Vrabel too but it's just so tough now because the McCarthy situation, a lot of people aren't going to want to come here without knowing who's going to be the coach next year. Like, if Mike McCarthy was just coming in as a coach, or he had 3 years left, then somebody would probably, it'd be more likely somebody would come in. But it's tough when you know you're a lame duck coach. You got 1 season, you're playing for your job. So
yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to disagree on that, because I don't think he's a lame duck coach. I think that he's playing out his contract, right? So, and I don't know where the thought process of, if you have a 4-year contract, if you're coaching or playing in your 4th year, how that is somehow that became not successful in people's eyes, where it doesn't make sense to me. But I think Mike McCarthy did everything that we needed. He came in and established a program for our team, and then Dan Quinn came in right behind it and helped that. But we didn't need McCarthy gone, and I don't think he's sitting there if we don't win a Super Bowl, I'm fired. Like, I think he came to win. Like he said, he didn't come to get a second contract, but it is. I think coaches, 4 or 5 years, 6 years at places, and then moving on to another place, I think that's healthy.
Yeah,
10 years sitting in the same locker room with the same owner and I mean, that's how you get Bill Belichick. That's how you become I don't know how to explain it. The dictator. I hate that.
Because players tune you out after a while.
Yeah.
Even if you're successful. But even if they extended him, I wouldn't be too mad about that, because I think he has the chops, the gumption, or whatever to win a Super Bowl. I'm like, man, like, we're not that far removed from 3 straight 8-8 seasons. And now people are just
we're still on the 12-5. We got to the playoff streak though too, and people are forgetting that.
Man, I'm like, and it wasn't that, like, I understand it. This was like 1999 and 2000 that we had 3 straight 8-8 seasons. This was just recently. Our last coach, Jason Garrett, 3 straight 8-8 seasons where, man, we were missing the playoffs. And so it's like we went to playoffs 3 straight years. I don't think Garrett ever had that in his whole 10-year thing. And they're like, burn McCarthy at the stake. He's a witch. He can't win. Let's kill him in his sleep or whatever. I'm like, man, y'all just spoiled.
I
Spoiled,
think
I
it's
tell
just
you.
that I chalk it up to the fact that a lot of our fan base loves to open up new presents. They always want
Yeah,
something
they
shiny.
do.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what it is when it comes to anytime somebody becomes a free agent, anytime somebody does anything, what's the first place that they say that
Link to
they're
the
probably
Cowboys.
going to?
Link to
And
the Cowboys.
our fan base is like, oh yeah, we got to go get him. We got to do something. Why aren't you doing something? And that rolls us right into
Yep.
Jerry's next headline, right? That he said today. What did he say? We're all in next year.
All in.
And
Yep.
what did that do to our fan base? Everybody's like, oh, you
Go get
always say
Von Miller. Yeah.
there was two. Yeah, there was two reactions. Everybody was like, "Oh, here we go again," and then the other people were like, "Go get everybody, spend
Go
everything,
get Von Miller.
throw it
Go
all
get
away."
Derrick Henry. Go get T. Higgins.
Oh yeah,
Go get Kirk Cousins or whoever.
and trade Dak.
Oh,
I
man.
can't. What
Yeah.
we hear? We keep hearing trade Dak, trade Micah. What?
Yeah.
Are you guys crazy? Funny though.
Man. And that leads us into our next thing. So, like, Parsons. He's been getting some flack in off seasons, which I don't think is justified. But your friend and mine, Jesse Holley, had some spicy takes on him, saying that he
Who?
thinks he is one of the most selfish players on the team. Not the most selfish player, or not one of, but the most selfish player on the team. He thinks that he doesn't study, that he doesn't play, like he doesn't want to play linebacker because it's a lot easier to play defensive end. Plus, you get more money for playing a defensive end. And then he pushes back on playing linebacker. He's lazy. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to do that. Even though I was watching another guy on YouTube, and he showed the stats. Micah's actually in the top half of coverage linebackers whenever he does cover. Like you don't see him getting killed by crossing routes by running backs or wheel routes getting killed. Even when he does cover, that he doesn't play the run well, and it's like, but he's about to get one of the richest contracts in NFL history, and you don't do that by being just okay. You don't do that by being lazy. You don't do that by being a one-trick pony. You got to be able to do something. Like, he's a game changer to me. So I don't like, and that's why we started this podcast. Because I don't like the hot take people who just want to say stuff because it's off season. I need some engagement. I need some likes. But do you think Parsons can even be that Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis type?
Well, hold on, real quick, before we even say who said that. Who was that?
Jesse Holley.
Who? Hold on.
Jesse Holley.
Let me look this. Hold on.
Maybe. He won that. Man, he won that reality show that time.
The guy that used to play a lot, right? Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
not him.
He could play like 90% of the snaps, and I think his claim to fame was not scoring that touchdown against San Francisco, even though we won the game. He was wide open, caught it, and got tackled at the 5. Yeah, that was his claim to fame.
His claim is his hair, man. Basically, that in my memory, I'm as soon as I heard him talking back, I think it was last year he started talking. I think that's when he got his platform.
Yeah, when he started his podcast.
And
he would be a guest star on the Dallas Cowboys podcast a lot, but then he got his own thing last year, so now he does that.
I just this thing throughout the year, these guys, the media figured out that clickbait. Who's that hot guy? Who's going to get you the most clicks? Who's in there? And as soon as we lost Micah, everybody was like, "Where's Micah's podcast?" Right?
Yeah.
Because everybody was saying, "Hey, la la la." All of a sudden, Jesse Holley brings up his name out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Jesse Holley's on every show now, and everybody's talking about. It's all he was trying to do was stay relevant, in my opinion. I
agree.
I could give these, although these guys are football players, people get mad that Mike is doing podcasts and he's his opinions out there, but then our fan base gets mad when our leaders aren't vocal enough. Our fan base gets mad when we don't hear enough, right? So it's either or. Everybody wants something, the other half wants none of it. It's ridiculous. My take on Micah becoming a more of a linebacker as opposed to a lineman is Why? Why would we need that? It's the best thing that he's doing right now is rushing the quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he makes plays all over the field, but so does Watt, and so does Bosa. And nobody's
Garrett.
asking, and nobody's asking them to play linebacker because their linebacker core is weak. Oh, we didn't draft a linebacker that's good enough, but we know Micah has skills. No,
and Watt is actually a linebacker.
Yeah, but that 3-4. I mean, he plays in what a 4-3 defense.
Yeah,
He's not offensive.
Like the Demarcus Ware position when he was here. Yeah,
but he's a defensive end, and I can understand what Jesse Holley is saying about DNs. Their top pay is a lot higher than a linebacker.
Yeah,
but Micah is not a linebacker. He hasn't been a linebacker since he played at Penn State.
The only thing I have to say against Micah is he does wear down at the end of the season. He gets a lot of his stats. So 17 games, I'd say probably in the first 10, 11 games, he was balling. And then in the last few games, he still did it, just not at the frequency that he did early in the season. But of course, it's the end of the season, your body wears down. He's just not built to play DN all the time. So if they moved him around and then gave him like 20 to 30% of his snaps at linebacker, I wouldn't be upset with that. But I would rather him on the line, especially in obvious passing downs.
Well,
they don't need to have him playing DN first down of the game. They could have him playing linebacker then, or when it's obvious rushing downs. But passing downs, then yeah.
But that's my thing is that he's making plays on the line against a run game too.
Yeah, right? He does too.
So if you back him up a couple steps, and now he's feeling uncomfortable, why do that? Why aren't we just drafting a linebacker? I mean, that was the whole point of everything. Is that what? And I get what you're saying about him breaking down throughout the year, because it happened really bad last year, where the second half of the year, you could tell how tired he was, right?
Yeah. So man, he was worn down.
What was I saying last year? I was like, hey, well, Micah needs to gain some weight so that because he's having a fist fight with left tackles every game.
Man,
and then now when they switched him around, and now he was having those fist fights with the guards because he was rushing up the middle. He still is not at the weight of a defensive lineman. So it's just he's like that tweener where his body doesn't show up, but his game is a defensive end 100%.
Yeah.
I think we need to draft. We need to draft a linebacker.
We need to scrap the whole turning safeties into linebackers plan, and we need to get rid of that. And I don't think LV is coming back, but we got Clark, then we got Overshown, and then we need to get the top linebacker in the first round. I'd say, me personally. So what about you? I know you're our draft guru. I don't even know a single linebacker to even pick. So I just know we need one. So maybe you know of a good name that we can get, but for those who don't know, he's our draft guru. He does all the mock drafts. He knows all the players. He has Dane Bugler calls him for advice from time to time. Like, man, who should I pick? I don't know what to do.
Me and Mel Kiper. Like I said, Mel Kiper when he had his helmet hair.
So who you think we should draft? Give me three people who you just say, man, if we can get these three guys, that's it. It's over for the NFC East.
Well, we talked about this earlier. The tools that we have, technology is awesome now that we have those mock draft tool sites that we can go to and kind of play around with it. And it's difficult because the technology and the apps, they don't really know what NFL teams are going to do. They kind of try to get an algorithm of what they're going to do. But like with PFF and PFN, NFL Network, I think, has one, or NFL.com. But the PFF one I like to use because I feel like that one's the more realistic one, but you have to pay for it, right? So it allows me to do the first 3 rounds by myself for free, and we've been playing around with it. The draft strategy going in, if I was sitting next to McClay and me and him, we're just bouncing shit off each other, is the strategy has to go with, the most of your money is going to go to your first rounder, right? And with that first round pick, you get an extra year, that 5th-year option. So you need to get a cornerstone with that first round pick, right?
I agree.
Okay, Mozzie was a cool pick, but we need somebody that you're going to say that 5th year, do we want to extend him? So I think we need to grab our left tackle. We had enough time with worrying about Tyron. Is he going to be okay? Crossing our fingers.
What game he's going to fall down? Yeah.
Don't practice all week. Somebody go get him a bucket of chicken. With some voodoo. It's just. I think we really need to go after our left tackle, and because we're at 24, that even gives us a little bit of a different feeling because you're not reaching at 30 for somebody, but then you're also the run of like cornerbacks and all the really top tier guys have already passed.
Yeah.
So at 24, I think we're going to be able to get somebody that starts for us. And the more that I look at this, the left tackle, Kingsley Suamataia from BYU. I know he's getting picked in like the 30s, 35-ish with those mock drafts, but he is a monster. He would lock down that left corner, that left tackle, that left corner for Dak.
Yeah.
His size, his arm length, his athletic ability. He was a Duck for a while, then he transferred over to BYU. But I mean, he's everything that we needed. There's another tackle over in Arizona. He's pretty good, but I think he's going to be gone pretty quickly.
Okay.
I wouldn't hate it if we drafted the center from Oregon, the Jackson Powers Johnson.
Yeah, that's actually something I've heard of. Yeah,
we're going to lose. I feel like we're going to lose our center.
Biadasz, yeah.
Biadasz. He's on that. Is he good? He's
right there.
He's going to be affordable for teams. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The second round, I don't think that we should reach, but second round is where I think we should go for linebacker.
Oh man!
And the perfect guy will be sitting there for us. Boy, I'm telling you right now, Jeremiah Trotter, Junior.
About to say, man, he played for the Eagles, right?
His dad played for the Eagles, and he was a monster. And
I remember him.
His son is just like him. I think he's a little bit taller. Played for Clemson.
Okay. Yeah,
and he is what we need to line up next to Overshown.
Okay,
I mean that's our Fred Warner. It's Jeremiah Trotter. And then with that third pick, we got to go running back, right? We have to.
Yeah,
if we don't pick up a free agent running back,
running back or safety, I'm cool with that.
The running backs that I'm in love with right now, Audric Estime from Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I'm an Irish fan, but because the kid right now, what our running game needs is that running back that doesn't go down after the first contact.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So Audric Estime and Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen, if you've never seen him from Wisconsin, he is King Henry Jr. Yeah. He's just he's an inch shorter. He's like 5 pounds less, but he runs just like him, and he comes from Wisconsin. And what do you always say about Wisconsin?
Running back, man. That's what they spit out running backs. I don't know how their running backs coach is. Oh man, Jonathan Taylor. They just spit out running backs. I like it.
So yeah, Braylon Allen would be my top pick if we could. I mean, I'll just and then if he's there, if everybody's gone and he's still there, and we need a running back, I wouldn't be mad if we picked up Blake Corum. That kid,
Michigan, yeah.
Man, what that guy reminds me of is Pacheco.
Oh yeah,
Pacheco is small, but he runs like he's 280 pounds. Like he never stops running, and that's
Pacheco. Pacheco is a madman. It's crazy. I love the way he runs.
Those are my picks.
Yeah, I can live with that. So I can flip either or. With left tackle or linebacker. So if we got a linebacker in the first and left tackle in the second, I wouldn't be mad either way. As long as those two are our top two choices, just based on how it falls. Because like last year, Jahmyr Gibbs went 12, I think, and nobody expected that. They thought he would be maybe the second running back gone, but nobody thought he'd be in the first round that high. But he paid dividends. So it's always going to be at least 3 or 4 surprises in the first round because these teams try to zag when everybody thinks they're going to zig. So
I just hope that
we'll see how it goes.
I just hope that I know how our front office works when it comes to linemen. They like the ability to play two positions.
Yeah.
Always.
Get that. I hate that.
And I
like,
just
get that.
fucking get me a left tackle. Man,
Yeah.
just get me a left guard.
Oh,
Don't get me somebody
that's-
that can
Yeah.
is a swing
Like guard and tackle. Like, forget that, man.
I
Let's get the
love
best left guard.
Tyler. I love Tyler.
Mhm.
I mean, he was great, but he's a left guard. Leave him
Yeah,
there.
he is.
And they
I
keep
hope they
saying,
don't-
"Well, let's
I
move him
hope
to
they don't move him.
yeah, me either."
Yeah, and then draft a guard. I'm like, no, leave him at guard. You can tell, like he was a borderline all pro, not even Pro Bowl, borderline all pro at left guard. Leave him right there.
Mhm.
So time's almost done. So all we got is one thing left. Who you got winning the Super Bowl? Who do you want to win the Super Bowl, and who you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think it's
because you're a Swiftie, man. That's why you're in love with Taylor Swift.
I think it really comes down to the quarterback play, and Patty's not going to lose his game. He doesn't lose games. He doesn't let his team lose, and that's just all it is.
He does not. And his wide receiver core is terrible.
Terrible.
They sucked all year.
Except for
but they showed up in the last game. MVS, dropaholic. All of a sudden, he makes the biggest catch of the game. Kelsey, they know he's the only person. He's still getting open. He had like 13 catches. I'm like, it's insane. I double that guy the whole game. Like, if MVS of Valdez Scantling and Rashee Rice beats me, I can live with that. They just let Kelsey just kill him all game.
I wonder if Tony's going to play. Tony has to be playing. He has to.
Yeah.
Give him 2 weeks off. Get up.
Nah. After that, after that IG live, they're like, nah, you're out, bro. He killed himself.
Oh,
but
I think it's going to be Chiefs. What do you think?
Nah, I think San Francisco's going to pull it out. I think they'll do it. Yeah, only because I'm just tired of seeing Taylor Swift on TV. Like, don't be surprised if this week you see that Usher catches COVID and now he can't perform at the halftime show.
She's got the Japan shows, bro. She's not going to play.
Yeah, but they said that she has a show the day before, like Saturday. So she still has time to fly to Vegas, is where it's at. So
she'll be there. No, I guarantee you, she'll be there.
Oh yeah, that's so much exposure. Her people telling her you got to be there.
But you got to understand, man. She doesn't get shown more than Jessica Simpson got shown when she was on.
She did
with Tony Romo.
Jessica Simpson with the show.
Jessica Simpson was shown all the time, and I mean, I get it, but it's
yeah.
I like
that'll be a prop bet over under how many times they
You're lucky that you're lucky that you're not saying that the Niners are going to win, because I was going to bet you. And
they are going to win. I think they are going to beat them. I think they're going to beat them.
Then let's bet.
Yeah. I think the Niners are going to win.
Here, let's do a prop bet then. All right. If the Chiefs win, this is what I'm going to do. If the Chiefs win, I want you to get on the mic and sing a little Taylor Swift ditty.
Oh man.
And that's what we want. I mean,
tempting. I got to think of something.
I read the speech. It's called the speech, and now people are searching it on YouTube now. I saw.
Yeah, man.
It was trending the next day.
People are copying it for their Grammy speech and everything.
Somebody asked me if they could use it in a eulogy, and I was like, I guess, yeah. But yeah.
So
you gotta come.
You can do that.
I'm not gonna put you on the spot right now. You can come up with what the payout later if you want.
Nah. I gotta think of, because if the Niners win, then you're gonna have to sing a Jessica Simpson song.
Jessica Simpson.
I don't even know any good song she sings.
I mean, I'll put the Daisy Duke song.
No, that's not a punishment. You just do that every weekend anyway. So that's something you just normally do. So it's not a punishment for you. I'll come up with something better than that. Don't worry. But yeah, but we can do that.
You guys get ready.
Seal.
You guys get ready for Prescott and it's so you can hear his voice. I'm gonna find a good song too. It's not gonna be like haters gonna hate, because that's just all he does. But we're gonna find something else.
Do y'all like this bet?
I like this one.
Yeah. Hey, what's up with that? Before we leave, before we get off, didn't you have a thing that we were gonna show the?
Yeah, we'll do next week. Man, we got plenty. We're already at 41 minutes. That's too long. I don't like keeping people out late. It's a 20-minute commute for most people, so I want to end it to where they can be like, "Oh, I just got home and it's over. We're perfect."
Gotcha. Perfect.
I don't want to
I think next week. We should
Oh yeah,
do
we
our
got something special.
top plays of the year.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna go over the top plays Cowboys did. We'll have video and everything for you, and we'll discuss it. Try to get a guest on here, and try to get a guest and have some happy moments from Cowboy season.
Yeah, we can.
We'll try to do that this year. So, all right, we'll see. So, I think that's it. You got anything else?
That's it, man. Just excited for the Pro Bowl. I'm excited.
You excited to see some flags get ripped off people? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Violently rip the flags off. Yeah.
All right, man.
So we'll see. But, all right, then, man. We'll catch you. All right.
Love you guys. Talk to you guys soon.
Take it easy.
Cause how you walking with a lion got me feeling like Micah. I've been known to wear the team on my back like a biker. Shorty won't be with a star, but you lucky if I invite you. We can take it to the next spot. They yelling like Prescott. Everybody like, there ain't no breaks, no rest stop. We tryna get your head chopped. The whole club yelling. Everybody.